Welcome back to 5-Minute Modding, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at how to best mod Nute Gunray and his team of Separatists. Now this team has many variations, so it's going to be impossible to cover them all. I'm going to stick to the one I personally use, but don't be afraid to swap in other commonly used characters such as Droidica, Mission or Zalbar should you choose. This team is a solid defense option for modes such as TW and GAC, allowing you to pair a group of leftover characters together to form a pretty strong team. We're now going to take a look at how to best mod each member of the team. So starting up we have Nute Gunray, the team's leader, who you're going to want to mod with a speed and potency set. We want a bit of potency in his setup, mainly for his cooldown increase on his third ability, but it's also nice for his AoE speed down to land, as this stacks nicely with the speed boost from his lead and the further speed reduction extortion causes to the opponents who have it. In terms of primaries, you're going to want health on the circle and triangle, potency on the cross and speed on the arrow. Health is going to be more beneficial than protection on him, as when he revives on his first death he will not regain his protection. For his secondaries, you're going to want to look purely for speed with a minimum speed goal of plus 90 from mods. You can look for a little potency or health too, but be sure to prioritise speed above all else for him. Up next is Count Dooku, who you're also going to want to mod with a speed and a potency set. Potency is extremely important for Dooku as he inflicts a lot of debuffs such as stuns, ability blocks and shocks. The first two of these are on his basic, and considering he counters constantly, it's important that these debuffs have the best chance of landing. This also pairs well with the Nute Gunray Zeta, which makes opponents take 5% health damage each time a debuff is applied. In terms of primaries, you're going to want protection on the circle, potency on the cross, either crit damage or protection on the triangle, and speed on the arrow. Personally, I like having crit damage on the triangle, given it boosts his damage significantly. Protection is viable though if you want him more tanky, but I would only consider this if you have his Zeta due to the protection regeneration it provides. In terms of his secondaries, you're going to want to look mostly for speed with a minimum speed goal of plus 100 from mods. It's important that he's fast so he can provide stealth to the team as quickly as possible after the battle starts, forcing them to attack Nest. Outside of this, look for potency and protection secondaries if possible. Next up is our Django, who you're going to want to mod with a crit damage and crit chance set. For primaries, you're going to want protection on the circle, offense on the cross and arrow, and crit damage on the triangle. The trick here is you want as little speed as possible on him. We're going to use the 2 turns of damage immunity he gets at the start of the battle to our advantage. If someone was to use a high damage team against this that has a lot of turn meter reduction, it's very possible to time out your opponent, as they won't be able to let Django take a turn. CLS squads are the perfect example for this. In terms of secondaries, you're going to be looking purely for offense. He'll be dealing damage with his basic from Nute's assist, so it's good to boost this as much as possible so he's dealing as much damage as he can. Up next is our Tamor, who you're going to want to mod with a speed and health set. For primaries, you're going to want health on the circle, cross and triangle, and speed on the arrow. He's unique, he's going to be granting Separatists on the team 30% max protection based on his max health, so outside of speed, this needs to be the primary focus for him. This alone is going to make the entire team a lot harder to take out. In terms of secondaries, if you've probably guessed by now, you need to focus on speed and health with a minimum speed goal of plus 100 from mods. Tamor will not directly deal damage, so you don't need to worry about offense or crit chance at all. Outside of speed, look for additional health, but not at the cost of speed. Finally, we have our Nest, who you're going to want to mod with 3 tenacity sets. For primaries, you're going to want health on the circle, triangle and arrow, and tenacity on the cross. You don't want any speed on Nest. The main focus is going to be tenacity and health. Most of Nest's damage is going to be coming from counterattacks, so her getting dazed is extremely dangerous. In addition, her bonus protection that builds each time she's hit is based off her max health. This also resets each time she takes a turn, which is the reason you want her as slow as possible. In terms of secondaries, you're looking purely for tenacity and health. I would say it's best to prioritise tenacity for the most part though, and gain some additional health anytime it wouldn't come at a cost to tenacity. And there we have it, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this video and learned a lot about how to mod your Nute Gunray lead Separatists. This team is going to be very useful to all of you in PvP based game modes, and will hopefully even these days still trip up an opponent here or there, or at the very least force the use of a fairly decent team to get through it. As always, everyone, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, join my Discord server and share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all very soon.